my Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon in your sign, Libra? Waxing to full in sort of Aries, goes void, of course. We'll get there in a few minutes. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle, links in the description box. Venus in Libra, a sign that I am the Archangel of Lyons, Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Hey, my Libs, hope you're all doing well. These are my favorite ones to do on this channel, but if you're new to this, a 5-card draw, nothing more than 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints from the divine about a specific timeline, in this case, a waxing moon, as I said, from Libra to Aries, but let's talk the astrology, actually get that out of the way. The new moon on Wednesday, October 6th, Libra, your new moon of the year, 7:05 a.m. Eastern. Lovely. Start the day in a new moon. Nothing like it. Hump day, but what are you going to do? The planet Pluto goes direct that same day at 2:29 p.m. Eastern, so, you know, if you feel a little wobbly around 2:30ish, you could kind of look at that as changing weather. And then a couple of days later, on Sunday the 10th, Saturn goes direct. So we have a lot of planets retrograde at the time of this recording. There are 3 of them at least going direct this waxing moon, which is good for a waxing moon. Think of the retrograde as pulling an arrow back on the string, and now things are going to move forward. Let's just see. Oh yes, Mercury goes direct on Monday the 18th, and 2 days later we have the full moon on Wednesday the 20th. As I said, it is certainly full moon, but it's in Aries all day, right, until, when is that? Goes void, of course, and full at the same time, 10:57 p.m. So you still got that whole day, practically, to do any full moon work, should you choose to do that. I keep my eye on the astrology, right? Because void, of course, is lovely for rest, but not really good for intention setting. But you don't have that issue here in the new moon. So these 5 decks that I'm using also represent fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, the 5 magical elements, the 5 powers, right? Will, desire, your physical body, your physical form, your action, your thoughts, your emotions, and your spirit, all brought together. So it's a spell kit read, if you want to look at it that way. You want a private read with me, there's a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mal, made a video. It's fun, right? It's a really easy way to not just figure out how to do it, but what goes on before, during, and after. Other than that, you know, standard YouTube rules apply, right? It's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more information about what we are about to look at, or perhaps another thing that might be going on in your life, high probability, that you want to wax, expand, grow, bless, right, enrich, whack, right, make big on a waxing moon tide. I guess that's it, except to say that all the decks that I read are always in the bottom of the description box. If you'd like to check them out, there's some stuff, my Vimeo on demand stuff is down there too, if you want to take a class. Otherwise, both feet on the floor. If you can, focus on your breath, if you will. I will do the same to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I'm good at doing, apparently. Please take a nice deep breath. Nothing wrong with well-placed confidence. Right, Libs? Here we go. One more nice deep breath. We're going to start with the element of fire with the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, who has just the coolest name for this line of work. As I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism, using this deck, the magical spell cards, please, our ancestors, what is the perfect spell fragment to help the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, to help them focus their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, their heart's desire, this their new moon to full. Divine guidance. That's pretty high on the scale. That's something to want, right? Whispers from the beings who shine That covers a lot of ground. We could talk about that for hours. Let their message be clear and kind. Okay, well, good. You put the kind clause in there because, you know, the shining ones, the gentry, the fae, they're often called the shining ones. Some people refer to the celestials as the shining ones, the gods as the shining ones. So be a little bit more specific. I'm just going to say, yeah, the fae are fantastic. They weave fantasy. They are terrific. They inspire terror. Just saying. They're forces of nature. Yeah. Whispers from the beings who shine. Let their message be clear and kind, and always have a piece of wrought iron handy, if you know what I'm talking about. That's very interesting. It is, however, very element of air. That doesn't surprise me, and I'm asking for divine guidance every morning, literally, while I'm drinking my coffee, right? And I pray. Stir that coffee clockwise, ask for divine guidance. Let's get you your element of earth, the earth to fuel the fire. The crystal oracle, Tony Carmine Salerno. It might also be the wisdom that you have, but the stone that's going to be indicated here, you know probably most of them, but there are a lot of them I had never heard of. And I was in the gem and mineral trade, or traded with gem and mineral places for New Age and pagan metaphysical stuff for decades. So for me to come across one that I hadn't heard of, but so you don't need the stone, but if you have it, great. You want to go run out and get it, that's all you. But certainly what's written in the oracle seems to always be a nice puzzle piece. Please take a nice deep breath. Particularly in terms of manifesting, right? Bring it into physical form as I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, powers of the north element of earth, the Archangel of Lyons, for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is the perfect crystal oracle, their element of earth here, for this divine guidance they yearn for, they burn for, their heart's desire. Citrine, I believe a money card in this one. Other things, creativity. Certainly I use citrine every day. I have a citrine sphere. Is it back here? No, it must be on the couch. I use them a lot. I mean, I'm an earth sign. I'm a Virgo. So the language of stones vibrationally is just natural to me. People always want me to teach it. I'm like, just grab a rock and breathe. Stay in the present moment and watch what happens. Yeah, citrine, keywords, wealth, creativity, abundance, and healing. Now, divine guidance for that. Who isn't asking for that in some way, shape, or form, consciously or unconsciously? Your financial concerns will soon begin to dissolve as a steady stream of abundance starts to flow into many areas of your life. This is not abundance solely on a monetary level, but an abundance also of creativity and healing, which, you know, you got to look at people who, and this is part of the greater plan, whatever you want to call it, people who, for example, may have substance abuse issues, get a lot of money. What happens? Anything good? Right? We all know stories. We've all seen that, The Curse of the Lottery. If you haven't, it's a fascinating show of the psychology behind having all the money, more than enough money than you could ever need or want, though that's what everybody wants. The Dalai Lama. I always cut the Dalai Lama. You do you. I love him. His Holiness, right? So make sure that you get the part of it that is also about creativity, what you're going to do with that money, and healing, so that you do it in a healthy way, right? That is what divine... What, do you think the divine wants you to ruin yourself? No. If you're watching my channel, you're doing your spiritual practice, most likely. Ask that. Grant me... I really want the divine guidance to heal creatively my abundance, my money issues. Literally says financial concerns. You are being asked to let go of any fear and guilt that you may be holding on to in regard of your wealth and prosperity, because who does it right every time? Who crosses every T, dots every I, nails every dismount financially? Be thankful for the abundance that you are about to receive. To give thanks for it as though you've already received it is a... Well, I think that's New Testament, actually. Honor it and put it to use in ways that nurture and replenish your spirit. Which, yeah, pay the bills. Got it. I'm self-employed, have been since 1998. Pay the bills. But then also do things to replenish your spirit, right? To use it in that high vibe, creative way. You deserve to be and have all your heart's desires. And manifesting our heart's desires is a big part of the teaching that I try and live. let alone verbally communicate, not just through these readings, but through my classes. Your heart's desires were given to you. They're not necessarily things you came up with. They're like born in, right? Hardwired. That's why you can't shake them, right? Your dreams, the things, your aspirations, the things you truly want. But when we don't get them, it's a lot, right? We can beat ourselves up. And if not always, it's just part of your evolution. You're going to get what you want. It can be delayed, but not prevented, right? So your heart's desires, don't beat yourself up about your heart's desires. You got to use them in your creativity in some way, shape, or form. Lovingly recognize the abundance you eternally hold within your heart, and you will manifest abundance through all you think, say, and do, which is the deal, to be a channel of abundance. But it's talking about having an open heart here. Now look, once you bring the word divine into the situation, divine energy and spiritual energy are not necessarily the same thing, right? Anything can have a spirit energy, everything is spirit, but the divine entails something higher, right? A mystical thing more than a spiritual thing. There is a difference in my experience, and maybe just in my experience. But love never goes out of style, right? You come across some high vibrational entity, but if they're not about love on some level, say thank you very much, but I'm out of here. Can I get a channel up one, right? You know, it's just part of that. So this, and you're Libra, right? Ruled by Venus, 7th house, partnerships, justice, all of that balanced stuff. So keep your head and your heart balanced in this, and certainly grab a piece of citrine. That's not hard to find. Citrine's easy. It's one of the quartz, quartz families. And one of the 2 stones that does not need purification. Citrine and selenite are purifiers. That's why everything here except Whispers of Love is on selenite. The Whispers of Love is on rose quartz. So let's get your element of air. What are you thinking, right? What's the element of air? You got to breathe on the fire, right? And you're an air sign, so I would think this would be, if not critical, important, maybe pivotal. Please take a nice deep breath. So I call upon the angels and archangels of air, the sign of Libra, the powers of the East, the Raphaelites. Please, one card in clarity for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Who are the healing angels they most need to think about, read about, talk to? Some element of air aspect here to feed that fire of divine guidance. Better to ask than a healing legion of healing angels. And perhaps using that piece of citrine about their finances, about their abundance, about their creativity, and about them doing it in a healthy, balanced way. This new to full. Friendship, and that can totally be about having a friendship with money. Now, we've heard that before, right? But then you've also heard money is the root of all evil, which is not true. Money is a neutral thing. However, what people do in the pursuit of money can certainly do some damage, as we all know. So call upon the healing angels of friendship, right? Maybe there are collaborations here. Maybe there are soul contracts involved. This is a general read. It's only 5 cards. You're going to know that. But what would the healing angels of friendship do, right? Certainly heal your friendship and heal you through your friendships here, because after all, money is one of those things that needs to be exchanged. You can't eat it. Right? I mean, I guess maybe you could RuPaul's Drag Race challenge it into something to wear, but you certainly can't eat it, right? So it's a means of exchange. And by the way, a $1 bill is the exact same molecular structure as a $100 bill, so always keep that in mind, right? To keep it friendly, to get what it's really about. It is about creative energy. And what is your relationship with money? Can you build a friendship with it? Now, there are 10 billion exercises, and I'm sure you'd find at least 100 million of them on YouTube, healing your relationship with money. But what a great thing to do for a waxing moon. Let's look at your element of water. That has to be key. How we feel about money can often be drastically different than how we think about money. Please take a nice deep breath. Not always, though. I mean, air does condense into water. Thought does certainly condense into emotion. Let's ask the higher selves. Please take a nice deep breath. And of course, this could be about giving and receiving of abundance between friends in a friendly way. That's a little on the nose, but that's certainly in that mix as well. So please, I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the Whisper of Love Oracle for the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading? Their element of fire, divine guidance. Their element of earth, citrine. A stone of purification, a stone of money, of healing, of finances, of creativity. The healing angels of friendship, breathing something much more friendly into this equation than hard work. It doesn't feel like nose to the grindstone is the counsel here in terms of healing money issues and bringing in more wealth. The waxing moon, right? Bringing in more, waxing their wealth. So please, what is their element of water to be considered here? The energy and motion, the emotion for the Libras this new to full. Look at your pattern in relationships. This is about your relationship with money. Certainly, let's start there, right? Are other people involved in terms of that friendship card? Sure. But here's the T. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behavior, which is about action. Yeah, I guess you could say thought patterns are a mental behavior. They influence behavior, certainly. But what you bring down into physical action, and that's why, Think and Grow Rich. I mean, people think law of attraction is relatively new. No. Emerald tablets. Too big to swallow, but certainly interpreted and worked into many things over many, many, many centuries there. Look at your relationships, right? Look at your patterns in relationships. This is where Libras can go a bit askew, Virgos as well, and I'll tell you why. Because we tend to evaluate in terms, particularly with finances, well, what's the bottom line? Well, what is the bottom line? Is the bottom line only how much is in the bank, which absolutely is survival necessity. I'm from New York, all right? But if there is a pattern there, and to ask divine guidance for help with that, to have a friendlier relationship with money, to play it in a healthy, proper role, then wouldn't you be willing to acknowledge, right, that you have the inner strength, you're developing the emotional inner strength, to recognize the things you need to change and modify your behavior in whatever way, shape, or form. And you don't have to do it like anybody else. You can. The books have been written. But also we're in a new dimensional patterning now where, ever since, 2020, things have been radically different on the planet, sociologically, politically, financially for sure, and on a health level, absolutely. So let's go here. Last card down, the Healing Mantra deck, Matt Kahn. What's the element of spirit here to charge this spell, this intention, really? You got the words, right, and the element of fire. You got something you can hold on to. Citrine's easy to find. I call in the healing angels of friendship to help me do this. Done, right? To help me look at my patterns in relationship, and then, of course, be friendly with yourself. Understanding it's a learning curve for everybody. The healing grace of humility, the maiden grace of humility. To know that you do not know, but are willing to be shown. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, let's do this. I call upon the Ascended Masters of Money and Finance. Let's call it like it is. I want to talk to the financial lawyers of the firm, please, for the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is their perfect healing mantra? Right? It's a waxing moon read. Their ability to actually manifest money here is rather large, and to do it in a healthy and creative way, right? Whispers from the beings who shine, which I guess would include you. Let their message be clear and kind, working with citrine for their finances, their money, their healing, their creativity, and abundance of all of that, and to be friendly with it, to call in the healing angels of friendship in their element of air, looking at their patterns in relationships with money, with other people, how they learned their money stuff from, who they learned their money stuff from. Give us the card of spirit here, the perfect healing mantra for the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, their new moon to full. Creating cooperation. It's a relationship card. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. Yeah. Yeah. Creative cooperation. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm getting Sesame Street flashbacks, Electric Company flashbacks. I was raised in the 70s, kids. Why can't I find it though? Our pages stuck together? No, there it is, creating cooperation. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. Ooh, role play. When cooperation is created, the unity of all is access to accomplish more in one moment than any one person can do alone. Hello. Absolutely true. I mean, obviously, measurably true. But what I'm getting here is this includes people perhaps you haven't met yet. Right? If you're looking around, you look for the people, who the hell am I supposed to cooperate with? Well, they're coming, right? That's the thing. This might be part of the abundance that's coming into. And let us not forget those, let's just say in the invisible. You pick your dimension and overtone, however you want to work that, right? Your guides, whatever. I call them the pantheons of the divine. As a creator of cooperation, this is your role, you are giving others the right to contribute, which only broadens the effect of collective expression, which, coming from love and unity, is a lot better than from rage and pain. Once cooperation is created, all facades of competition melt away, allowing each individual to feel a renewed depth of self-worth by serving a vision greater than any degree of individual gain. So this isn't about just one of you making it. This is about all of you making it together. It is a creative endeavor. Now, Libras, I will say, one-on-one relationships are what you're known for. One side of the scale in relationship to another. Very 7th house, very partnerships, like not just, well, like business partnerships, right? Things like that. So creating cooperation here seems right on the mark. No pun intended. This mantra is ideal for enhancing teamwork, transforming family dynamics. Who did you learn your money stuff from, if not your family, or lack thereof? I get both sides of that. And increasing inner peace, balance. Yay, Libra. Yeah, this makes sense. Let me put it together for you in a little prayer, a little spell, a little intention thingy. I'm just going to ask you one more time, maybe twice. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon the pantheons of the divine to please bless the Libra collective, sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, watching this video, receiving this reading, hearing this blessings, to people, please be blessed with all that they need. This their new moon in October to the full, that they may be blessed with the spirit and the power that is theirs to create cooperation, just focusing on the creative mental power of the mantra. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play while they look at their patterns with their higher selves. In relationships, it requires inner strength to recognize that we all need to change and modify our behavior, and hence to call upon the healing angels of friendship to heal in a friendly way, as well as heal with friendships and heal friendship relationships, particularly ones that pertain to finances, money. There's a creativity and abundance there of such power, such healing, such wealth, such honor and integrity. When done, calling in their element of fire for divine guidance. Whispers from the beings who shine. Let their message be clear and kind, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Nice deep breath. So motivating. So it is. This is a very, very cool read, Libra. I am loving it for you. I'm going to have to put the word money and finance in the title so that people will watch the video probably more than they should, because look, as one of us prospers, all of us prosper. I know it doesn't seem that way, but that's in 3D and 4D and 5D. Ooh, a lot is lining up very quickly, particularly I would think as all these planets are going to be retrograde this new full. So if you like the video, please like it. Help other Libras see it. Certainly, I would think this would apply to a lot of people. And if you want to book me, you know how. You want to comment, you know how. You want more, please subscribe. And by all means, check out my book, Words of Praise from a Professional Witch, $9.99 USD on the Kindle. Thank you so much for watching, my beloved scales. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.